Your husband is not meant to provide for you. Oh, and I'm also making fried chicken bites. First, I need to dry them. Yeah, I was doing a joke. Yeah, I was doing a joke. Because I'm recording. I was going to yell it. I was like, I can't let them yell it. No. I'm doing a thing where I'm like, I have to try the chicken. And I was like, maybe somebody if I did like a part of the hair dryer, like a quick cut. And like, that's what I did. See? My family thinks I'm hilarious. I'm so important.
We do think she's very funny and beautiful and kind and creative and intelligent. When you say eat flowers, what did you mean?
Oh, okay. That gets me more. I'll keep it out here. Don't do that. Don't use a hair dryer to dry your food. Use a napkin like a normal, sane person, if you're sane. So, I feel like I've got your attention now. What do you mean your husband is meant to provide for you? It says so in the Bible. What version are you reading? I read the NASB, the National American Bible Society, blah, 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 because it's supposedly one of the more recent, as in the 1990 version, not the 2000. It's the most close to the original translation, because the Bible is a translation. It's all the books translated from Greek or Hebrew, or possibly Latin, I'm not sure, I don't think so. Greek and Hebrew into English for me. So, what do you mean, as in Kitra, your husband is not meant to provide for you? God is meant to provide for you, not your husband. You don't understand, Kitra. He needs to have a job. I didn't say he shouldn't have a job. It says that a man should take care of his house. It doesn't say he should. I didn't say he should have a job. It says that a man should take care of his house. But it doesn't mean that he's your only or the provider. God is the provider. And if you're going to argue, as a woman specifically, that a man needs to get a job because it says in the Bible, read Proverbs 31 again. In Proverbs 31, it says specifically that a woman should also have a job to attend to her family, to work day and night at it, which means to work hard at this job. But you're not meant to provide for the family either. Don't take that away either. Neither one of you, in your relationship of a marriage, are the providers. Because when a woman in Proverbs 31 has a job, it's to take care of the little things. Have her children dressed in scarlet and red. Scarlet and red's the same thing. In scarlet and purple. Because those are the nicest things. So to show that you have money, grace, and power. It's to make your family look good. Because a woman would like to make her family look good. Much love, I don't want my kids running around in rags when I have them. Neither would I want my husband to do that way. It's actually taught a lot because whenever the boyfriend effect or the husband effect is he starts dressing better because his girlfriend starts helping him dress better, it's biblical. And so, neither one of you are meant to provide. If you want to have the certain things in life, that's a different episode and different thing. Talk about money for a woman, but that's what your job is meant to be, of sorts. My earring's messed up and you didn't tell me? I'm not going to fix that. Right. Maybe you're looking at me and you're saying, Kitra, I don't understand. How is God meant to provide? supposed to be more elegant. Let me give you a situation of how God has provided for me and my family in this time. It's quite literally a miracle story. And it happened 2 days ago. Sorry, I got egg on me. Whenever you're frying something, you should make sure that you're spicing everything except for the chicken you're putting it in. Well, you can, but I just don't. Like the egg and the flour and the breadcrumb, spices. Even if there's already flour spices in the breadcrumbs, what's can some more help with, you know? It'll help them taste better. For the last couple of years of my life, me and my family have not had a job. That's not with lack of trying. It's not some pseudo faith, God will provide, blah, blah, blah. It's not. It's how we learn the hard way. God will provide. For me and my family, my dad has applied to every job under the kingdom. And he had a good job for years. He's worked for banks, he's a high-tech person, and he's had it. But he's had some health issues. Some really bad health issues. He cannot get out of bed. He cannot move, he cannot stand, he cannot even lay down without help, nor can he sit up without help. So he cannot have a job at the current moment, which doesn't mean he hasn't been applying. It means he hasn't gotten one yet. Hello. I'm still recording. What are you getting? Oh, that's way more than enough.
And then the eggs. The devil on your shoulder.
Your yeah, no, that's fine. I'm putting it back.
What this is not right for anything.
Yes, ma'am.
I can see that you see this. I just was saying.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You'll see the recording. I just that's why I was looking at the camera like that. If you can see me, because
Oh, I thought you were gonna do the mayonnaise.
I forgot about the mayonnaise. Oh.
You can still put the dressing in there. The
Oh yeah, that's fair.
How many eggs did you do? 1 or 2?
Just one, because there's
There's not one chicken. It's just the egg was already, the yolk was already broken, but that looks like it's one yolk.
because I messed it up.
And that looks like it's 2 from 1 hour. However, I was thinking.
There was only one yolk. I'll use the mayonnaise if I don't have enough.
Oh, you still probably will.
Yeah, because it's not a lot.
You know where my phone is? Oh, you put it in. That's right. No, sir.
My sister, who you just saw, is his caretaker. She is up, I'm not even kidding, almost every night, taking care of him whenever I am asleep. And I am waking up at 5 a.m. so that she can hopefully get some sleep later on. Right? That is where, you didn't see this, life is right now. That's why I wash my hands, so what's the deal? So, if I get a job, well, that's a blessing from God because I've been applying and I haven't really gotten it yet. So now I'm doing this because this is what I can do for the second. Also, we don't have Wi-Fi, so or data or anything really, except for we don't really have a way to get jobs because we don't have Wi-Fi. And we don't even have phone numbers, and I haven't had a phone number until this month for a long time. Right? There we go. It should have a little bit more actually. And so you're like, okay, Kendra, we get it. You guys haven't had money for a while. What's the point? Well, because we haven't had money come in, we were finally able to apply for SNAP, which, for those of you who don't know, is an American system where those who do not have money can get food. And we've been trying to apply for disability for months, but have not been able to. My dad cannot leave his bed. In order to get disability, you need approval from a doctor. And if you can't leave your bed and you can't go to a doctor's office, how are you going to get approval? So, that's where we've been at, right? And then, about 2 to 3 weeks ago, Snap decided that we were not poor enough to give us help. Quite literally. And so, for about 2 weeks, we had very little protein. My dad, he got the majority of it because he was sick. My sister ate little to none, and I ate little to none. And most of my sister's and I's meals was only rice and noodles because we could not afford any food, and we had to save what little we had. And to say we were not feeling well for weeks, literally 2 weeks, is an understatement. It was perhaps the lowest my family's been in, because during this time we also didn't know if, or at least I didn't know if we were going to lose power, water, and electricity, which means we couldn't make food here. And my dad, who sits in the hottest room in the house because that's where his bed is, the ceiling went downstairs, he can't go upstairs, would get very sick, struggling with it. And during this time, we also have a broken fridge. Right? Many of the appliances in my house are broken. Our washer has been broken, and so it makes everything really wet. Our dryer has not worked in years, and so let's just see if you can see that. See that? Those are clothes that we dry, that we've been doing outside for years, right? Dishwasher hasn't worked for years. Stovetop, this one, hasn't worked for years. Thankfully the rest do. We got a new microwave when ours broke, which is a blessing. And things have gone off and off for years, right? Because we're at a point where God is saying, rely on me and I will provide. And so you're like, okay girl, what's the miracle? First thing we have to do is put some flour on these. Flour done. Well, just last week, when we were in the lowest of low, we didn't really have any more breakfast food because I mostly have given my dad oatmeal. We haven't had eggs in a while, a long while. And my sister and I were just crushing, especially her, because she was eating the least amount of food because she wasn't telling anyone she wasn't eating food, as in like protein, because she was trying to save it for me. Very loving, very rude. And here she is again, angel of the hour.
Am I the angel?
Am I your angel or devil, princess?
Princess?
Oh, thank you for fixing my earring for me. That's very kind of you.
It's tangled up. I'll just fix that, but let's take it off and fix that one.
Oh, that's okay. Go ahead. If you want. I know you probably came in here to do something else.
Poor baby, she's completely tangled. That's what happens when you put it in your pocket.
Who would have done that?
It's a mystery.
Truly a mystery.
Oh, your ear's a little sore. You want me to put it back on?
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't feel sore. It's probably because I haven't been drinking enough water. Oh! Okay. Got him. Right down him.
The other one also looks torn up. That's okay because it looks good.
Thank you. She said I look good.
She look good. Always look good. shower real quick.
Okay. Have fun.
Before you do too much. This is me pre-shower. Watch this. Okay, now you cut it.
I'm
Come
gonna have
back,
to use
and I'm gonna get
edits
this is
on
me.
TikTok, so I can't do that on TikTok.
She hates me, guys.
It's not a matter of hate, it's a matter of I can't do that on TikTok.
Hate. We don't hate, Lily.
I hate. That's fine.
Now you climb up on a camera and you do like Danica does.
I'm showing my toes. What?
What?
Arr. See her in the background still. Angel of music. It's okay to save oil as long as it's not too dirty because it's oil.
Baby oil.
What?
Baby oil.
No, not baby oil. She's also trying to start a baking business. So, our cookies are really good. I'll show you whenever I make a fresh batch. She made spice cake today. I forgot to turn on the burner. Anyway. And so I sat on the ground in my dad's room and I said, God, it says in the Bible that the righteous and their children do not go hungry. You have kept us in food because every time when we were low, right, let me look me in the eyes when I say this. Every time we were low to have, like, I was thinking about starting to fast and have, well, not fast, just starve and not have food because fasting's a religious thing, right? Somebody gave us food. Either it was a food drive that we applied for, or it was a friend who gave us overabundance of food, right? That's how good God is. And so, I'm like, you provide, you say these things. My dad looked at me and looked at my sister and unprompted went, go count the coins that I've saved. Because he saved coins for years. And we never really thought like, oh, there's like a lot, maybe $30, but, you know, mostly forgot about them because they were hidden in places because we just haven't used them in so long. And so we counted them, $108. $108. We're like, we can get food, we don't have to starve, this is so great, right? And so that happened. And we're like, this is wonderful, what a miracle, what a wonderful miracle. Then, like 5-10 minutes later, maybe, right? We get a call from the social worker, like, hey, we found a place that will actually send you a doctor, so that way you can get on disability and you can get some help. I'm like, oh my gosh, God is so good. Months of needing that. Months, I'm not even kidding. And then, a little bit later, like maybe another 5-10 minutes later, right? We get a call from pastor. My sister started going to church a couple months ago, right? I'm just not able to because my dad can be left alone. So I see her help him so that she can go to church, and she's more social butterfly than I am, so that works. Right? He calls and he's like, hey, I heard that you need a fridge because a friend of hers was going to give her a mini fridge. And she's like, okay, good. Right? He's like, we have a fridge we've been trying to get rid of. We want to give it to you and your family for free. And it works. 3 miracles. One day. Next day comes around. People come visit. They give us the new fridge. Wonderful. Exciting. Amazing. Right? God has provided us a fridge. This is so good. We don't have the food yet. But my dad's like, well, whenever we had the food and have an overabundance of food, now we have 2 fridges if we end up using this both. This is great. The next day, we finally get data back because we have special phones that only give us 5G of data a month. So it's something, but we cannot be on the internet. So anytime I'm uploading a video, it's because I'm at the gym, who has free Wi-Fi, and that's it, right? And so the data renewed, my dad checked his email and he starts like crying. And I'm like, why are we crying? Right? He looks at me and he says, the SNAP thing got approved. And we're not only getting last month's food, but we're also getting this month's food and money. And then we're also going to get more money on the 18th. And we're going to have an overabundance of food. This is after 2 weeks of starving, basically. Having to eat and barely having enough, and suddenly we have the money to eat. God is the provider. There's nothing any of us could have done. We applied to every job under the sun, and still they're saying you're not qualified. But God provided. And that fridge I opened earlier, right? That's the new fridge. And that fridge is now filled with food. My sister and I were so excited that we were able to get a full piece of chicken for dinner. Now we have a full piece of dinner every night or whatever food. God is the one that provided it. It wasn't anyone else. And it's not because I'm not married, my husband can provide. It's because God has taken care of us. We had a fridge at the exact moment that we needed it. The next day, God provided an overabundance. And so to look at God, look at your human husband, and say, oh, he's the one that's meant to provide. Or to look at yourself, hello, that's a message for somebody, and say you're meant to provide. If God, let me look at you when I say this. If God provides for the sparrow all this food, and he looks at you, his child who he loves, he knows every hair on your head. He knows every tear that you've cried. He knitted you in his mother's womb. Whenever you knit something, can you not focus on it? Can you be intently and focus on anything else? Or does it take time? Does it take focus? Does it have to be precise? That if you get one thing off, you gotta start over again. You gotta start over the row. Is it not something that takes months? You were knitted in your mother's womb. Every hair counted. Every tear cried counted. And he cares for you more than a bird. And yet he provides for the bird. Will he not take care of you? If you ask your earthly dad for a stone, if you ask your earthly dad for bread, does he give you a stone? No. How much more so will your heavenly Father give to you? So, in this regard, you and your husband are children of God. Yes, you're meant to work, for even a thief must pay back for what he stole. I'm not saying you shouldn't work. I'm not saying work is evil. And if anyone's saying I'm saying that, they're wrong. They're not listening. What I'm saying is that God provides. And if God provides all this food that we're able to eat, all these things that we're able to do, then whatever is going on in your life, God will take care of. Because I'll tell you another way of miracle, because you're like, well, a fridge isn't enough. You guys still have money issues. We've had these money issues for about 2-3 years, right? Guess who's been able to go to college? Me. Look back at my videos. You can see me physically in a different place. I am at college. Okay, so you're able to get loans. I was not knowing if I was going to go to college every time, until the day before or the day after the final date. God provided. Literally moments before when I should not have been able to go, God provided. And you know how much money that is? It's over 500. It's over 1,000. And yet, at the last minute, God has provided. Because if you're meant to be somewhere, He's going to get you there. And so I'm hoping that you take this lesson to heart for your marriage, or your marriage in the future, or just something you need to know. You don't have to strive. God's going to take care of it. You don't have to worry. For if you cannot do something so little as to add an hour to your life, what's the point? God provides.